The GWA returned to the iconic location of Tarifa this July for the 6th consecutive year, delivering 4 days of thrilling surf-freestyle action. A total of 17 women and 28 men registered for this second surf-freestyle stop of the 2025 season. Each year, the world's top wingfoil athletes eagerly anticipate their arrival in Tarifa, renowned for its consistent, powerful winds and its status as Europe's hub for wind sports. We caught up with event organizer Jaime Herraiz to learn why this event continues to be a true highlight of the season.
Tarifa aspires to be the destination for all these sports, and it is mandatory that we host main events here in Tarifa. That's why we take so much pride on organizing these events. That's why we are nurturing a club with the youngsters and bringing new athletes with the aspiration of having more and more world titles here in Tarifa.
A key aspect of this event is the strong emphasis on environmental education and engagement, especially with young athletes. All participants took part in a morning beach cleanup and an educational session focused on local environmental and ocean conservation efforts.
Okay, so today there's no wind, so we picked up an environmental activity. We're gonna pick up some trash in the river next to Tangana. Tarifa is not only about the beach and the wind, it's also about the environment, so that's why we started it. We already started and we already have a lot of trash.
The competition kicked off with 2 days of perfect poniente wind, followed by a final day of strong levante conditions, ideal for hosting the high-octane finals. Large crowds gathered along Valle Vaqueros Beach to witness world-class wingfoiling, as athletes pushed the limits of the sport in optimal wind conditions, creating a truly spectacular show. The women's competition featured standout performances from new faces on tour. In the quarterfinals, Nia Suardiez and Marta Arce both delivered powerful performances, showcasing their skills at their home spot in Tarifa. However, it was Marie Schlittenbauer who stole the spotlight, earning the highest overall score of the round with 20.03 points. By the final day, the top 8 women had advanced to the semifinals. The first heat featured Kylie Beluvra, Manon Dupe, Leonie Trondle, and Nia Suardiez. Each athlete had 8 trick attempts, with their top 3 scores counting. Nia demonstrated her confidence in Tarifa's strong wind conditions, cruising into the final. Manon Dupe of France also impressed the judges and joined her in advancing. The second semifinal saw Sofia Marchetti, Marta Arce, Bowen Vanderlinden, and Marie Schlittenbauer go head-to-head. Marie delivered 3 consistent high-scoring tricks to secure a spot in the final, an incredible achievement in her debut World Cup event. Marta Arce joined her, claiming the last place in the finals. With the wind pumping and the shoreline packed with fans, the women's final promised a fierce showdown. Nia Suardiez had her sights set on reclaiming the top spot, trading trick for trick with Marta Arce. It was a close battle until the very end, but Marta Arce managed to edge ahead in the final moments, securing her first ever win in the surf-freestyle discipline on home turf in Tarifa. Nia Suardiez finished in second place, followed by Marie Schlittenbauer in third and Manon Dupe in fourth.
Yeah, we had plus 45 knots with this levante. It was so stoked, so strong, everything was crazy. I was just trying to survive, get my tricks, and yeah, I just did, so I'm really happy. It's really nice to see all the girls pushing the level. The level right now is so high that we also need to push the ones that we are already here. So really happy to keep pushing and keep progressing with the girls.
The men's division at the Tarifa Wing Pro saw a wave of new talent. The competition ramped up with an intense set of quarterfinals. The first heat was final-worthy in its own right, featuring Bastien Escoffet, Axel Gerard, Malo Guenale, and Benjamin Castenskold, all going all in with huge tricks. With scores extremely tight and part of the heat needing to be rerun due to a technical issue, it was ultimately Gerard and Castenskold who advanced to the semifinals. In the second quarterfinal, Thomas Acherer impressed with a stunning FS10 that scored 9.2 points, securing his spot in the semis alongside current world champion Christopher McDonald. Alexander Acherer was unstoppable in the third quarterfinal, racking up an overall score of 26.67 points. He was joined by Charlie Locke, who landed a spectacular back loop spin frontside 7 that scored 9.27 points. The final quarterfinal heat saw Rocco Macana and Luca Villermay clinch the last 2 spots in the semis, as Nathan Berger and Lucas Lam were eliminated. Semi-final action unfolded in powerful Levante winds exceeding 30 knots, blasting across Valdevaqueiros Beach. In the first heat, Charlie Locke, Luca Villermay, Benjamin Castenskold, and Thomas Acherer battled it out. Thomas sealed the deal with an insane combo that earned him 9.47 points, sending him through to the final, along with Castenskold. The second semifinal was equally intense, featuring Axel Gerard, Chris McDonald, Alexander Acherer, and Rocco Macana. Chris made history by landing the first ever 1440 seating competition, but the execution didn't meet the judges' criteria for a high score. Though it looked like he might secure a final spot, Alex and Rocco had other plans. Alex landed 3 solid scores to advance, while Rocco, ecstatic with his performance, secured a place in his first ever final. The world champion, Chris McDonald, would not be in the final this time. The grand finale took place in the afternoon under blasting wind and a packed beach. It was a final dominated by the next generation of wingfoilers. Despite being a fresh face on tour, 14-year-old Benjamin Castenskold has quickly made a name for himself. Facing off against Rocco Macana and the Austrian twin brothers Thomas and Alexander Acherer, the final was a high-energy showcase of young talent. Each rider delivered huge tricks and high scores, keeping the points incredibly close. Castenskold then threw down a massive Palau front flip, scoring a perfect 10. Alex matched the trick with excellent execution, just narrowly missing the top score. In the end, it was Castenskold who claimed his first ever World Cup victory with a remarkable 28.43 overall score, an incredible achievement at just 14 years old. Alexander Acherer finished second, followed by his brother Tomas in third, and Rocco Macana in fourth.
So going into the final, we had a really strong wind. I was on my 3-meter wing, and yeah, overall the conditions just felt amazing. And obviously this spot every year provides amazing conditions. And yeah, it's just paradise for winging. I've been here for a couple months now training, and yeah, definitely training here is what it is. You need to be here to be able to win.
To conclude the event, we held a GWA Big Air Woo Challenge with 500 euros in prize money for the highest jump. Xavi Cor took the win with an outstanding jump of 14.5 meters, and Nia Suardiez with her jump of 8.2 meters, both breaking the European record. Once again, everything aligned to deliver an outstanding competition with a fantastic mix of wind conditions. We witnessed the incredible progression and evolution of wingfoiling, and all we can say is the future looks bright.